Hey friends, I am Dr. Patrice Buckner Jackson, but you can call me PBJ. I am the creator and the host of the Disrupting Burnout podcast. I am also the author of the soon to be published, let's go ahead and call it a bestseller, Disrupting Burnout book. And y'all, it is on my heart. I know the majority of my audience is educators because that's who I am. I've been in education for 25 years. So the folks that I'm connected to, everybody's welcome, but I know most of my folks are educators. So I've been thinking about back to school and thinking about what August means to you. And I want to share with you and equip you to have the best school opening you have had so far. Friend, you don't have to wait to see how the students respond. You don't have to wait to see how parents respond or what challenges come up. You can set your intentions now and you can get these strategies now so that you can have such a powerful school opening. You can do this purposeful work without burning out. So here's what I have for you. I'm going live every day in the month of July. Friends, I've never done this. And if I'm honest, I'm a little nervous because it's quite a commitment, but that's how passionate I am about equipping educators. When I stepped away from my full time job in education to do this, it was you that was on my mind. I wanted to serve my people, us, those who sow so much into other people and rarely get their cups filled. I'm coming live every day in July at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn to share what I call a spoonful of PBJ. So 10, 15 minutes, I won't hold you long, but every day I want to explain to you and help you understand these strategies that I call the heart work strategies. It's about heart work, friends. Let me tell you where this comes from for me. If you haven't heard my story, I'll tell you briefly. I've been in education 25 years. At about the 19, 20-year mark, a mentor encouraged me to apply for a vice president's position. And after speaking with my husband, I applied for that position and I got it. And we moved and we struck out on a new adventure. And friends, 10 months later, now I had been in education for 20 years at this point. 10 months later, in August, I drove to work through the rain, but I could barely see because of the tears in my eyes. I got to that parking spot with my name on it, parked my car, cleaned up my tears, reapplied my makeup, went into the student center like I always did, just greeting and hugging and saying hello. It was all I could do to get behind the door of that corner office, and I crumpled. I fell apart. I couldn't even hold my own weight up anymore. I was holding on to the edge of that wooden desk because I didn't feel like I could hold myself up anymore. When I could finally get some clarity and use words, I picked up the phone to call my husband and I tried to explain to him what was going on. And he said, "Babe, go home." And I said, "Babe, I can't. It's August." I had parents wrapped around the highway moving their kids in. I had students in the lobby with financial aid trouble and this trouble and that trouble. My staff was all hands on deck. August is not the time. Y'all know what August means. August is not sick time. August is not vacation time. August is not put your feet up time. August is go time. And we are in the middle of go time and I was falling apart. And as I'm telling Edward why I couldn't go, he said again, he said, "Go home." Y'all, I hung up that phone and I wrote a letter. And I walked away from my 20-year career. I quit with no notice. None. I didn't quit because I had a plan. I didn't quit because my phone was ringing off the hook for people who wanted to hire me. I didn't quit because of any reason other than I had taught everybody in my life that I could be all things to all people and they believed me. And I had nothing left. And I was out of work for 5 months, no income. It was the first time in my adult life that I stopped. It was the first time since I was a preteen that I didn't have a full schedule. I didn't have anything to do and nowhere to go, nobody to help. And I didn't know what to do. And I had to learn. I didn't know if I had thrown my whole career away. I didn't know if anybody would ever hire me again, but I knew that I had to figure out how to do purposeful work without burning out. Y'all, I don't know how to go half in. I'm either all in or all out. I don't know how to just stick my toe in the water. If I'm with you, I'm with you all the way. And if I'm not, you can find me in the corner somewhere, friend. I'm good. I had to find a way how to give like that without hitting burnout. So I did. I learned, I prayed, I went to counseling, and I have these 3 strategies that I teach that I'm going to be talking to you about for the month of July. But before I share those strategies with you, today I want to tell you what doesn't work. Okay. Anytime you hear folks talk about burnout or you read an article about burnout, there are 3 things that are in common that I hear over and over: time management, resilience, and work life balance. And I'm here to tell you, if you are depending on time management, resilience, and work life balance to get you safely back into school in August, friend, you're going to be overwhelmed, because all of those tactics, they're not wrong, they're just incomplete. Anybody can write an article. AI can write an article about time management. It's not about time management. I am not coming to you in July to talk to you about your calendar. You can Google that. And again, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just incomplete. It's not the answer. You know how to manage your calendar. If you didn't know how to manage your calendar, you would not have gotten this far in education. You don't need somebody telling you how to manage your calendar. You also don't need somebody coming to you telling you how to be resilient. What I've found is my people, the people that I coach, the people that listen to my podcast, the people that I have the opportunity to speak and train, my folks know how to be resilient. You know how to be pushed into a corner and fight your way out. You know how to fall and get back up. You know how to dust yourself off again. You know how to be resilient. Your problem is not lack of resiliency. Your problem is you've had to be resilient too often. So in the month of July or ever, you're not going to hear me come and tell you how to be resilient. I know you already know that. And finally, I am not here to talk to you about work-life balance, except for this 1 minute, because I need you to see. When somebody tells you that a good leader knows how to balance their time, let me tell you what they're telling them. Let me tell you what they're telling you. You ready for this? Work-life balance. So you have a job, you're an educator, and you know as an educator, it's not just teaching the textbook. It's not just curriculum. It's not just lesson plans. Student affairs is not just the program. It's not just getting the residence halls ready. It's not just the campus rec or the multicultural education. It's life. You do life with these students. You have students who are hungry. You have students who are home insecure. You have students who have mental health challenges. You have students who have family challenges, and they bring all of that to school. So on the outside looking in, it might look like, oh, well, you get 3 months off, or you get 2 months off. Or if you're an administrator, you don't get that time off. But it looks like you're playing all day because you're just hanging out with students. And we know that's not true. We know that there are times that you've gone in your own pocket to make sure a student eats. We know that there are days that you have worked long hours into the wee hours because of a campus crisis or because of a student problem. We know that you've been on Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting and professional development and professional learning, and you're doing all the things so that you can not just teach the textbook, but so that you can educate and serve and support your students. So this is your work weight, right? We're talking about work-life balance. So this is your work weight. And I would imagine you have people in your life outside of work that you love, family members, children, spouses, folks that depend on you, need your time, parents, sisters and brothers, aunts and uncles, cousins. You got people in your life outside of work who need you, and they want your attention, and they want your love, and they want your time. So this is your family weight. So we're talking about balance now. So let's see how this works. So we got our work weight, we got our family weight. Oh my gosh. And I know you do something in the community. You coach, you mentor, you do something at your church, you are a part of a committee, you do something in your community, because educators, we're not just educators in the classroom or at the school or on campus. It's everywhere we go. Every place you show up, somebody wants to give you a role because you're dependable. So you can't walk into the room without somebody suggesting, don't you want to? Because they know they can depend on you to do it well. So this is your community weight. And then you may, I mean, I'm not judging, friend, but you may try to do something to take care of your body, right? So even if you're not perfect at it, maybe meal prepping or eating, getting some sleep or working out or something, an attempt, right? So this is your self weight, and even mental health, go to counseling, something. And I'm going to stop there before I hurt myself, but I want you to see what work life balance looks like. Take a screenshot, tag me in it. I want you to see what work life balance looks like. This is unfair and it's unsustainable. Right now, all of this weight is bearing down on my chest. And we wonder why when you ask folks how they're doing this, I'm fine. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. They're not saying they need a nap. They're saying they're carrying all of their weights at the same time. And you experience pain and discomfort and dis-ease in your body. And you think it's physical, but it's really because you're carrying all your things at the same time. Because you don't know how to stop. You've said yes so often you don't know how to say no. And now you're tangled up in your yeses and you don't know how to get free. Friend, in the month of July, I'm going to walk you through it and we're going to get you free so that you can go back to school and you can open school with a free heart. You got to know that work-life balance, this is not sustainable. Nobody can do this. It's not about your intelligence or your experience or the years that you have worked or not. None of that. If you are a human being, this is not sustainable. If you walk around like this every day, you're going to drop something. And when something falls, at the least, there's damage. At the most, you hurt somebody. I meant to go to the baseball game, but I forgot. Oh, the birthday party. Yeah, I missed it. The deadline, gosh, I really tried, but I just couldn't do it. Because you're carrying all your weight all at the same time. So I got to tell you, it's not time management. It's not resilience. And it's for sure not work-life balance. Over the next 31 days, I'm going to share the strategies that work. I'm going to share with you what I learned the hard way after burnout for how to disrupt what I call cycles of burnout. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to give you language for answering the question, how are you? Now, when was the last time somebody asked how you were and they waited for the answer? And they truly heard you, or you even felt free to say the truth? When was the last time you told the truth? When was the last time you checked in with yourself to see how you're doing? I know that it's summertime right now, right? And we're in different places as educators. Some of us have the summer off. Some of us teach summer school. Some of us are staff members or administrators and we work through the summer. All of us have different things going on, but summer is supposed to be the time that we can catch our breath. And I don't know about you, but something shifted a few years ago where summer just feels like fall. And I want you to know that in order to hop into fall without being overwhelmed, you need these strategies. Not the surface tactics, but we got to do some hard work. So y'all meet me here. Let's do this. You can give yourself 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Meet me on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, 7 p.m. every day in the month of July. And we're going to get you ready to go back to school. All right. Listen, if you know that this is something you need on an ongoing basis, you like PBJ, July is good, but I need this all the time, then you need to join our community, right? It's a free community. All you have to do is drop in the comments, just write burnout. And if you do, that doesn't mean you are burnt out. Maybe you are, but if you drop burnout, then I will send you the link so that you can jump on the community. You can get my weekly newsletter. You can get my videos, just random videos that I send when something hits my heart to share with the community. And of course, you always get first access to anything that I'm offering. So become a disruptor. We are disrupting cycles of burnout. We will not live like this anymore. You're losing passion for what you were created to do because you don't have the strategy to do it well. Let me give you the strategy to do the purposeful work without burning out. You with me? All right. Put your questions in the comments. If I didn't get to them today, I will get to them. I'll go back to the comments and I will answer them. I don't want to keep you long. But every day in the month of July, tell your friends. If you're not an educator and you know one, tell them you need to go back to school with PBJ. Get on this live at 7 p.m. every day in the month of July. We will intentionally have a phenomenal school opening in August 2023. Burnout hit me in August 2019, and I thought my whole life had fallen apart. And I'm here to tell you that it was for my good because it equipped me to equip you. So let's do this thing. We're going back to school, and it's going to be real good. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow night, same time, same place. Share it with somebody. Bye, y'all.